Hello folks, Fuzz here and welcome back to our Final Fantasy IX walkthrough. So now that we've saved, we've got two choices. We can either go straight on ahead and face the next boss battle, which is a bit challenging, but we can certainly do that, or we can continue on and complete some optional objectives before we go for that boss battle. Since I'm going for a complete walkthrough, I am going to do the latter. You, of course, are welcome to skip ahead to the boss battle if you don't want to get as much out of the game as you can. Although, for me, one of the main drawing points of playing a Japanese role-playing game is to try and explore as much as possible and get as much of the content that's been made available to us into the save. So that's exactly what we're going to do. The first thing is we're going to head back to Marguta, which is the Moogle who has the Kupo nuts and who's collecting the nuts. And since we've just gathered one, we're going to go and hand that over to him. The reason for that is we can only, I believe, hold one at a time. And we do have another one coming up. So we want to hand this one in while we've got the opportunity to do so. Which means that we're going to go and do that now. But before we do anything, I did forget at the end of the last episode, we did get the lightning staff for Vivi. So we're going to go ahead and equip that on him at this point. So we'll start levelling up the Thunder Art and Poison abilities. And now it's just a case of backtracking to that Moogle fella in order to hand in the nut. So if you remember, he's in Gizmaluke's grotto. So it helps if I go the right way, and I'll see you back there. Okay, so here we are back at Gizmaluke's grotto. We're going to head straight on in there now and make our way back to the Moogle who wants the nuts from earlier on, who's just around in the other room here. And we are going to be seeing him a few times. So you have a Kupo nut. Can I have it, Kupo? Yes, you can. Thanks. And we're going to Phoenix Pinion this time. So again, the rewards are not, you know, the best rewards in the game at the moment, but it is something we need to keep on top of if we want to have those best rewards. And now we need to backtrack back out of Gizmaluke's grotto because we need to do some more frog catching. The frogs should have respawned by this point, so we can go and see what they're up to. And then there's just some more Chocobo stuff we need to do before we head on back. So a little bit of backtracking, but it is worth it. So those Burmesian soldiers aren't doing too good at the moment. So we want to head to the marsh there and head back to the frogs. Again, we're going to want to leave the golden frog and a male and female because then they'll respawn faster. Okay, and once you've done your frog catching, head back to the place, to the track, so that you can use your Garshore Greens to call Choco here. I've just gone to the Chocobo Forest tracks, and we're going to be able to get some more Chocographs as part of our optional stuff here. So if we open up the Chocograph menu, we've once again got the same amount of Chocographs that I collected the last time we came here. There's no more to add to our collection just yet. But the two that we've got that we can actually use now, or find, with our nice river chocobo, are the Bird's Eye Lagoon here, and the small beach over here. So we're going to go and select those. And the first one we're going to go for is the Bird's Eye Lagoon. What I should say is that you're soon going to realise why I recommend doing this side quest, because some of these rewards are going to start becoming very, very useful that we get from Chocographs and what have you. So we can run across the river here, or the sea, or whatever it is, and we're looking for this island that's on the map. So it's not that one. Not that one. We are close. Okay, so this is where the treasure is for Bird's Eye Lagoon. And It's 8 potions, 4 Phoenix Downs, 3 Ethers, and a Magician Robe, which is very nice. So, not going to be grumbling about that one. Next, we're going... Before I do that, actually, I'll just show you exactly where I am on the map. And I'll show you the way that we get back. That way you can at least see the way, or the path that I chose to come here on. So you can only go on the light blue, which is the river, and not the sea, or the dark blue. There we go. So it's a little bit awkward, but there is a path there. And there we are back at the beach. All nice, safe and snug once again. So we're going to open up the Chocograph, and this time we're going to be going to the small beach area. And the small beach area is down the southeastern way. So we're looking for that kind of tip, if that makes sense, which is just off the coast here. And look at that. I think that noise means that you're close to the treasure as well when your chocobo makes that strange sound. And we found a treasure chest. It's weird actually, it doesn't quite look the same as it does in the picture, does it? But this is the place. Remedies, elixirs, 8 rising sun, and very importantly, the oak staff. If we just jump off Choco here, we can have a look. The oak staff has some awesome magic abilities, some black magic, including stop and bio, both very, very, very useful. So you might want to get ahead of the curve and start learning those abilities. And I'm going to finish off Thunder Art and Poison, and because I'm a bit of a completionist, and since I've started them, I want to finish them, and then get straight ahead onto those new abilities. Very, very useful indeed. But anyway, you can go back to Bowden's Arch if you want to do a bit of grinding, because they have the spring there where you can restore your hit points and mana points for free. And pretty much that's it for now. So we're going to head all the way back to Atla in Bermesia and save our game once again before we get ready to crack on with the next boss fight. So I'll see you back there. And here we are, back where we started at the beginning of this episode. Only now we're a little bit more equipped and hopefully ready to take on the challenge that lies ahead. So I do recommend you speak to the Moogle you can save at here, and just make sure you use a tent, and also ensure that you just visit his shop and stock up on Phoenix Downs and potions, because you're probably going to need them in this fight. So also I recommend moving Kina into the back row to avoid, to basically increase her defence there. And just double check your equipment, make sure that they're all your characters are equipped with the best items that you have. I've gone ahead and learned the last few abilities from the Thunder Staff, so I've gone ahead and equipped the Oak Staff there. And of course make sure that Vivi has slow at this point, either learned if you're using something other than the Mage's Hat, or have the Mage's Hat equipped. I've also thrown the Magician Robe on him that we got from the Chocograph, because the auto potion can be somewhat useful, but it's not by any means mandatory. So if you don't do the Chocobo stuff, then don't feel too left out if you don't have that. Although I do recommend you do it at least for the Oak Staff. So this upcoming boss fight is actually the final part of what would be the first disc if we was playing this on the original PlayStation version. So it's still a good separator, which means once this boss fight is over, we've completed the first part of the game already. And it's actually gone quite quick for me. I've really enjoyed playing up to this point. Freya, I'm sorry, but from the looks of this, I don't think the king made it. I think it's right if we comfort her at this point. I don't know what to tell you. We can only hope that the king and the others escaped. Now I guess we'll ask about Dagger. I don't think Dagger came here. I wonder where she went. And finally, we'll leave her alone. Vivi, let's go see what's over there. There's someone inside the palace. What are you waiting for? Get up here. Yet we can't all jump like you, Freya. You make it sound so easy. I guess I'll start here. So, this upcoming boss fight is a little bit different. We can just defeat the boss as we normally would with any other enemy and whittle the HP, the hit points, of which are 3,360 down to 0. Or we can just wait it out and use defensive abilities, because the battle will automatically end after a certain amount of time. And I'm going to go for that latter strategy, and I'll explain why once we get started. But for now, we're just going to make our way up here. And look who it is. It's Queen Bran. And we always knew she was up to no good, didn't we? Right from the very start. And the person next to her is Beatrix, Alexandria's general. The cold-blooded knight who knows no mercy. As we're about to find out, because she is going to be our upcoming boss battle. Beatrix. I heard there are many fierce warriors out in the world, some more powerful than even I. Beatrix of Alexandria in particular, they say her swordsmanship is the best in the land. So Fratley, do you still insist on going on your journey? Yes, please understand, Freya, right now, Bermesir is at peace, while other nations are slowly but surely gaining power. Now, I don't know if my spear alone is enough to protect Bermesir, which is precisely why I must go out into the world. Oh, Sir Fratley, I don't think I can live on my own, not without you. Freya, you're going to be fine. Trust your strength, and have faith in your destiny. Once I complete my journey around the world, I will return to Bermesir. Then promise me one more time that you will return. I promise. Oh, Fratley, you never came back. You've left me with nothing except rumours of your death. I couldn't believe it. I still won't believe it. Never. Not until I witness proof of your death with my own eyes. And I would travel across the world forever if I must. Are you alright? Yes. I was just thinking about the past. You still can't get over him, huh? Oh, who's that? Mystery Man. I find this rain quite pleasant. It feels as though the raindrops are blessing our victory. This is a great victory for us, Kuja. Your black mages made this conquest so simple. Ah, so this is Kuja and the black mages are his. My only concern now is finding the king of Bermesir. We must take care of him once and for all and prevent these rats from ever rising up again. Beatrix, what's taking so long? I don't know, Your Majesty. I've ordered Zorn and Thorn to search the perimeter, but there's been no word so far. But I will join them and lead the search immediately, right away. You're wasting your time. What? Rats often look for new homes when they sense an earthquake. This Kuja seems to be a bit of a baddie, doesn't he? They probably moved to the Sandy Tree House by now. So you see, it's too late. The king has already turned tail and fled. Sandy Tree House? Surely you don't mean Clara? We've not heard of that place yet, have we? It'll be quite difficult if they escape to Clara. Unless we can get through the sandstorm, it will be impossible to attack them. Sneaky little rats. Kuja, what do you think? Surely with your powers there must be something you can do. Of course, Your Majesty. I will present you a marvellous display of my power, and I'm certain that you will be most pleased. I was wondering if you would gather your troops near Clara. I'm certain those filthy rats will retaliate in full force, and my black mages may not be enough. Well, it certainly does sound like we've got trouble, as Zidane is telling us. But who is that sinister man? Beats me, I've never seen him before. Well, it sounds like they're going to Clara. I've always wondered why people call it the City of Illusion. No, I don't know either. Clara has remained in isolation for 100 years. If my people escape to there, they'll be safe, at least for a while. Oh, what's this place like? The people of Clara are originally from Bermesia, and long ago they severed ties with Bermesia over a trivial conflict. And now the kingdom is at peace, shielded by a large sandstorm. It looks like a Bermesia dude, doesn't it? Trying to defend what's left of the city by himself. Bermesia will never fall, prepare to die. You wish to fight me, Beatrix of Alexandria? But Beatrix? I commend your courage, but I will show you no mercy. Hold it. You're gonna have to deal with us first. Yeah, we'll take care of this. Go and find the king and protect him with your life. But thank you, Freya. I've never been so humiliated in my life. I once killed 100 knights single-handedly. To me, you are nothing more than insects. And here we go with the battle. So as I just said, we're going to be taking this defensively. And basically, we're going to be using Zidane to steal. So everyone's going to defend, except when they're casting potions, of course. And some of these abilities are going to hurt. One thing I actually do recommend, which I did forget to do on the first round, is to get VV to cast slow, just to try and reduce some of that damage. So we'll go ahead and do that first of all. It might take a few attempts for it to hit as well, so just bear that in mind. But the reason we're stealing is this boss has two good items. The first decent item is Chain Plate, which is an uncommon item, and the second is Mithril Sword. Now, Mithril Sword, sadly, is a rare item, which means it has a 1 in 256 chance of being stolen each attempt. And this is Nasty Shock, so chances are I was going to say that is going to kill whoever it's cast on. But we'll High Potion Keener up. Cast it on the wrong blooming character. But with Bandit equipped, you do reduce the odds slightly, or increase the odds, depending on which way you're looking at it. And that's pretty much it for this battle. You probably won't get to steal the item you want. In terms of the Mithril Sword. But don't worry, because it does become available again a little bit later on. So, we'll see how we get on. And after a few rounds, the battle will end, although she will cast an ability called Chocograph, which sadly I didn't hit the record button in time for you to see that. But you can't avoid it, and it reduces everyone's health to 1. And I didn't even get to steal the Mithril Sword. With 1 in 256 chance, you only get about 5 or 6 steals, so don't expect to get it. But you will have a chance to get another one later. And also, if you have the Coral Ring, I should have mentioned that, then you'll want to equip it if you had Freya win the Festival of the Hunt, because it does absorb Thunder for extra healing, which is nice. But as we can tell, Beatrix is just far too strong for us to face at the moment. So come Beatrix, we must prepare to attack Clara. Yes, Your Majesty. Now, what do we have here? Another filthy rat. And, this boy could become a problem. Get a bit of a cinematic here, so I'll be quiet. And that is actually the end of disc 1. And we just get a bit of an interlude with the guards here, talking about Steiner and Dagger. I'm telling you, people who eat pickles are nice people. I envy him. Guy saw pickles are the only pickles I can't eat. You're really confusing, you know that? I know. Why do you think I ended up here? And we switch back to Dagger and Steiner. So this is actually technically disc 2 now. It's a little bit frustrating because on the PlayStation version, or on the disc version, you actually had opportunity to save your game when you swap discs. So now we will have to sit through the next set of scenes without that opportunity, and hopefully we won't, you know, crash the game or anything and have to redo that last boss fight. Miss Dagger. Oh, she's sleeping. The princess believes what she heard about Queen Bran. Queen Bran would never start towards all a misunderstanding. She will see that when she talks to the Queen. I need not concern myself with such matters. My only mission is to protect the princess. Summit Station, Summit Station. Right, so here we are at Summit Station, and our destination is going to be a place named Trino, or Trino. What's wrong, Steiner? But Princess... Hey, what did I say about... No, it's Alexandria. We're finally home. Really? We're home. But I still can't see the castle. Princess, Alexandria may only mean the castle to you, but... Hey, are you making fun of me for being naive? No, I'm not. It's okay, let's go. And we once again have control of Dagger and Steiner here. Okay, so we're at the summit of the Erbs Mountains. And we can just have a look around here. You can play the cards with this woman. Should we see what's going down in here? Yep, this is the rest area. Let us gather information while we wait for the car to Alexandria. And if we go around here, there should be a chest. Ah! Didn't want to go in there. And we get a Phoenix Stunner, though I think we already had a full supply. Oh no, we did use one, didn't we, in the last boss battle. And there should be a Moogle around here. So we can actually save now. But before we do that, we'll go ahead and use Mognet, since we have a letter for Naz Nahir from Grimo. A letter from Grimo. Kupo, thanks for the delivery. I feel so sad whenever I see Mary, that part-time worker. Have you ever fallen in love? I've never fallen in love before, Kupo. If watching someone else in love is so difficult, I wonder how difficult it is to actually fall in love myself. I'm never going to fall in love, it's just not worth it. I'll give you this in exchange for delivery. And we get another Kupo nut, hence the reason I suggested we take the last one to the one that likes Kupo nuts. And Mognet again, because we should get another letter. I have a favour to ask, Kupo. And now we have another letter to deliver, from Nazo to Mokos. And that should be it. So hopefully he'll say he wants mail or something. Yep. And I think we'll finish off here now. So thanks for joining me today, folks. Don't forget to hit that like button if you've enjoyed today's episode. And join me next time as we continue on with more Final Fantasy IX. Bye guys, take care.